So,
Hello. Hi. Hello.
uh, so how are you, Chanaka? How is life going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Good. Working on still living with COVID. So working on two projects currently. So when life goes on, right, you have to see world is moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chanaka, I, you are looking after SAP PP module, right? So,
Yes, actually.
so could
Yes.
you please tell me something about SAP PP?
Okay. It's about if it is a business terms, it's a manufacturing module. If you take organization, it's a manufacturing or the production module, which reflects in SAP. So if it is take a PP, that stands for production planning. So what production planning is, it's starting from the planning and the business, how it should operate, how the business and the operations runs, and how these processes are mapped in SAP. That's what consists of SAP PP module, Shardul. So if you give a high level, so that's my definition for PP.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, can you explain what is routing in SAP PP?
Yeah. Uh, to execute the production, you have to do operations, you have to do activities.
Hmm.
So without activities, without the processes happening, the output will not come.
Hmm.
So in if you take routing, that's what reflects in the routing. So it reflects the operation or the process or the activities done in the production flow in order to get an output.
Okay. Okay. So, can you tell me what are the steps of production execution process?
Yeah, sure. The production, when if the, to start a production, there should be a guidance. There should be a way to guide them, what to produce and how much they should produce and when to produce. So those are three questions production should have. So in that request or that requirement, basically it's coming in two ways to the in an organization. Sometimes some businesses, some operations, they uh, run for the forecast. For run, they just plan their ahead of the planning, fast moving item for an example. They plan it up front and then they plan for the forecast. They check the customer behavior, they check other environmental constraints to determine the forecast. So that is one way of triggering the production. It's from the uh, future requirement or plan requirement. So in SAP term, it's called MTS or make to stock. We are producing to build a stock to get an output, this many output. So that is MTS. Another way is some businesses they operate until they get the customer requirement properly. They don't start the production. Like in apparel environment, fashion and lifestyle, they always do the production. Most of the time, they do the production not for the uh, forecast or anything. They basically they do it for the order because that's the process is going on. So that's kind of a business. It's always they're producing until the order gets to the organization. They won't start the production. In SAP terms, we call it make to order. So that's how the production is triggers. Either from the forecast or the requirement or future requirement, we call PIR or a make to stock, or from the customer orders, we say make to order. So when you execute those requirements, system there's a process called MRP, that is the heart of an ERP system, materials requirement planning. So what MRP will do is, in an organization, there are items that we produce inside the business. Some items we produce in a steps level. One we produce and keep we are processing it, and then we move that stock to another department to complete the production. So those are the level of production happening in SAP. So those are in-house activities. And some operation, it's yes, if it is manufacturing, you should have raw materials. Without raw materials, you can't produce anything. You can't use it or consume it. So if you take then what MRP does is it separates what are the in-house the within the goods that are produced in-house and what are the products that we are procured from the outside. So system will generate, check the requirements, any other available stock or any other pending POs in the pipeline, and they check the requirement, calculate and then generate if the in-house stock items are not available in the system, they will generate the system will generate purchase requisitions. If it is if it is an external procured item, then system MRP will generate a purchase requisition. If it is an in-house manufactured item, then MRP will generate plan orders. So the procurement team will then continue with the procurement process, converting these PRs to POs, and then inventory movements will happen. They send the PO to the supplier, and the warehouse receive the goods, and then keep it there RM stocks in the warehouse. On the production side, they will do the planning based on the capacity, based on the delivery date. That means either if it is a customer requirements they are producing, they have to meet the customer requirement. If they are producing based on the monthly or weekly, if they are trying to achieve target weekly or monthly target, then they try to produce that amount. So those assistant plan orders will be generated based on those requirements, and then it will convert plan orders to production orders. So when you continue the production orders, first we convert the plan orders to production orders. Then there's a control in the system. Without releasing the production orders, we can't do any finance related or the accounts level related activities with the production order. So in that case, as the production orders will be released, once the production orders are released, the warehouse can issue the RMs, raw materials, to the production order. And if there are any activities planned in the production order, they will it will be line up. So they have to confirm the times and how much they have confirmed in each operation to produce to proceed to the next operation. So after that, the production orders will be created. Now, sorry.
Okay, please continue, please. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Production orders, then they can issue the goods and they can confirm the activities. This activity is completed. Now we have a question: where the production orders are getting the components, and from where the operations are fitting in the production order. That's where the SAP PP master data comes into the picture. In SAP PP, the main master data will be mostly the BOM. That is the structure, or that are the to produce one component. These are the components required and how much the quantity, unit of quantity that required. So that is they have mentioned in the BOM. And in the routing, that is the operations activating, as I explained in the earlier question. Now activities or the process done in the in order to produce an output, it can be semi-finished good or finished good. So it will fit those operations into the production order. So that's how the production team knows these are the components, these are the raw materials that they need to produce the output, and these are the process, these are the activities that they have to perform for the in order to complete the production. So once the production orders are created and released, then confirmation, that is we call in SAP, we call production confirmation. That's where the goods issuance can be happen, or they can directly ship the goods to the production order, or then they can confirm the operations, and then production process will be completed. And once the production orders are completed, and if there are no other posting has to be done, production orders will be there. We call it just complete the transactions. After the production level transactions, we will block it. We call it technically completed, and then it will go for the subsequent finance and controlling activities. So that is the production process order.
Okay.
Basically covered at high level.
Thank you, Chanaka, for your nice explanation. It was a very detailed and very well explained. Thank you. So now I would be asking some question apart from SAP. Okay. So my question is, can you tell me what is the definition of leadership, and what is the difference between a team leader and a manager?
Right. If you ask the leadership, leaders are, I would always say, leaders are not creating another leader, followers. They don't create followers. Okay, you follow me, that is a leader. Leaders should create another leader. They should create more leaders. So if you're a right leader, you should create many more leaders. So that is what I think of leadership. It's not someone who you need to dictate, or not someone who should not. Yes, you have to groom, but they should not follow you. They have to have their own identity and grow up as another leader. So that is what I believe as leadership. And yes, team leader and a manager. As I said, managers is like he just expects okay, things will be perfect, things will be going smoothly, and it is covered, whatever things are coming, and whatever things that are, he's just what you call coordinating basically, and also they just look after. But if it is a team leader, it's always says he's not a leader, he's a team leader. Actually, manager is kind of a leader, but team lead is always with a team. So he's inside the team. He's the part of the team. If it is manager, if you give the hierarchy, so he's in the next level. But team leader, he can do the same role, same responsibilities within the team. So that is the difference I see between the manager and the team leader. Sharada.
Was what do you consider yourself, a leader or a manager?
Okay, that is straight answer. I will be a leader. I was always, yes, leading the front, maybe in the middle, but I can be in the end as well, right? And also from there, I will create the leaders. I will create another person, and same time, it's when it comes leading. It's like I will say, uh, whatever good things come to you, yes, it should share. And if it is something that you need to cover it up, you have to cover it all up. So that's what real team leader will do. But if it is managed, it's a hierarchy. So if you flow into the down, it will flow down. It's from top to bottom. So I'd always like to be a leader rather than a manager.
That's great. That's great. So, can you describe a time you took a leadership position when you did not have the title of a leader?
Yes. Uh, yes. If you talk about a very recent scenario, my last project I was did overseas 1.5 years. Yeah. Uh, I supposed to be the module lead, and I didn't get that title, but I performed all the activities and everything as the apart from doing my job, apart from doing my role that is exactly assigned to me, I managed the team. So that is my project before last, and like the recent project that I'm working currently. There, the project process is happening. So when it is come to the next phase, we have to be prepared by this phase, and we need to make sure that we are aware, we are making the business aware what's happening and how should prepare for those activities in the next phase. So we can't tell the last time, we can't explain it to the last time because business also needs some time to plan their activities. So in my current project at the initial stage, yes, I took that and I manage it as it uh, uh, it's kind of it's part my role was consultant, but I did the project manager or team lead part as well by driving the business and uh, our team as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, my next question is, what is the purpose of using capacity planning?
All right. It's capacity planning. In PP side, we have the uh, in order to plan your production, so there should be a like maximum weight that a plant can handle. Maybe like it's based on the machine performance and based on the machine that you're using. So some machines can run for the like full day, 24 hours. And some are like we have to take the breaks. Some are like from one machine to we change another machine. So those things actually happen in the production flow. If you take the production, that's like it's not just we are just seeing output and some other from it is warehouse point of view, we are seeing the raw materials, just the raw materials, but when it's coming from this end, it is just raw one, but output is something like you can't be amazing. So, but there is inside the huge process is going on. So, in order to run that process very smoothly, they should the planning team actually, they should plan. Okay, to run the business, how they should plan to make sure that the just getting the raw material and to make a quality output. It's like it's going to be a, like lot of processes. So they should know, okay, to achieve that output is something that is it's an that is a target. So it should be target maybe a quantity and also a date that they should achieve it. So in order to achieve that quantity and achieve that target inside the process, they should know to bring to that target, to achieve to that target level, how we should efficiently and effectively manage the resources in the plant. Resources can be machines, it can be labor, or it can be labor machine both. So those are the things they should plan just to make sure that process will not run for like 1 or 2 weeks. It should run for the year. So in order to plan that resource, I said machine can like it can if you are like continuously working, it can like break. There will be breakdowns and all. If the resource that is working over time, there will be an issue to their head. So they just plan okay to achieve this target, how we should plan their lines, how they plan their production modules, how to plan and what is the like maybe they can say okay this many hours that we are working and these are the days that we are not working. So based on all these constraints, they do the capacity planning in SAP. Again, it's high level charter. So I hope you get that. Clear.
Thank you, Chanaka. Yes, thank you. So probably is going to be my last question. Can you explain how to create PRT master records?
Sorry, PRT master.
PRT master
Okay.
record.
Yes. So PRT master code is actual production resource tools. Basically, that area as a like consultant in my consultant career in a project, I did not come across any PRT related activity charted. So as far as I know the process from you have to create a PRT material. So from that point of view, the process should start. So actually, I I can't really exactly know the process. So I'm not like very confident to explain it, Shahid.
Okay, no problems, Chanaka. So Chanaka, thank you so much for joining this interview. It was a nice experience for me, and
Yeah, Shahid, yes, nice to talk to you.
yes. So basically, this is a very initial round of this interview process. So this video is being recorded. It will be shared with the concerned company. They will review your answers, and once you are shortlisted, then you'll be contacted again for the second round of the interview. In the second round of the interview, then you'll get to know everything about the company information and benefit package and everything. Okay, so this is the process actually. This is how the process will be going on further. So thank you once again.
Yeah, sure. Like, may I ask you like few questions if you don't mind, like not related to the company? Yes, I know, like maybe process and so you couldn't go into that in that detail level, right? So it's clearly understood that. So basically, can I understand? It's like a Singapore-based company or like it's an on-site position or like offshore. What kind of a thing? Like, are you in a position?
Yes,
Like
this is
it's your own company?
no. This is basically a Singapore-based company, and if you are selected, then you have to move there. But at the beginning, as you know, the pandemic situation is still going on, so maybe 2 or 3 months you have to work remotely. Okay, so after that you have to move there. So this is the thing actually. So this process will be completed maybe within 1 or 2 months. They may take 1 or 2 months to complete the whole process. Okay, so maximum 2 months. Okay, so after that, then you'll be given time to give notice to your current company. So okay, so this is how the things will be going. Now, what is your notice period? How much is your notice period? So if you are hired, then
yes, it's 3 months, Shahid.
yes, it's
3 months.
3 months. 3 months is a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, they may consider if you are selected. Okay.
Very comfortable with process. Yes, understood. Shahid, like okay, thank you very much for the information and yeah, like yeah, it's a very good time and have a good like we had a good discussion and all. Yes.
Yes. I enjoyed the discussion because the way you were actually answering the questions was like you were very much uh, familiar with each and every term, and you were very much experienced. The way you were answering the questions, I was really impressed by, and I wish you a very good luck for the
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you very much for the compliments, Shahid. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take
Okay,
care.
then. Okay. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Okay.
Bye.